Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey, this is Pam with Trust in Your Process. I see one person has come in. This is our live chat. And I am in a new location, as you can see. I decided to come up out of my apartment and come out in the world. And I'm tucked away in this corner over here. And people are looking at me like I'm crazy. So we're going to wait a little bit for some more people to join me. Let me know if you can hear me. And hopefully it's not a whole lot of distraction, like noise wise. Hey, Destiny Bound, how you doing? Hey, Karen. Okay, let me write that down because I'm keeping a track of people's names. So let's see. Oh, we don't have Destiny Bound on here. Okay. So Destiny Bound is Karen. Hey, PJ. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I can't. I can't complain. I'm sitting in Panera doing my live today, and I just did a video. I started my new channel, you guys. I said I wanted to start my new channel, Pam Marie, and I started it, and I was sitting here and I did a video on being rejected. I got rejected on one of my platforms that I wanted to write for, and I did a video about it. But so I sat here and did that video. So being productive. All right, I'm gonna have to put my glasses back on because I can't see. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. So 4735, what is your real name? So that I can call you by that. Hey Diane, spell madam. Hey Diane. And I thought I had that down somewhere. I don't know why I don't have that. Okay, my sister's trying to call me, y'all. Oh, Ann. Okay. 4735 is Ann. All right. One of my closest friend name is Ann. She and I used to be roommates in college. As a matter of fact, we have a Zoom call every month, and it is after this one at 4 Eastern time. So, how is everybody doing? So, you like the topic for today, imposter syndrome? I decided to do that because I feel like I'm experiencing imposter syndrome. Um, so, I was thinking about why would someone even care about imposter syndrome? And I really think it has a lot to do with just being judged, feel like you're going to be judged. Um, I know I'm embarking on this new chapter in my life about my freelance writing, and I get caught up with what are people going to think? But then I realize, you know what? That just holds you back. So let me see. Ann says, that's nice. You are still seeing college chums. Lost them when I came out. Yeah. Oh man, there's a story behind that. But I am thankful. I'm very thankful that Anne and Carol is are two of the two roommates that I had in college, and those are the two people that I do the Zoom call with every month. And I'm so thankful to be able to have them again in my life. And I'm actually in contact. Facebook is a big deal on getting in contact with people from my college years. So I'm in connection with quite a few people. So Facebook, and see if you can find them on Facebook. So what is your opinion? What is your thoughts on imposter syndrome? First of all, does everybody know what that means? Do you know what imposter syndrome is, and what does that mean to you? I'll give you some time to comment. And if I don't see any comments, Joe, just let me know by a little dot 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 to let me know that we're still live and kicking. Because I never know on the internet if I get lost. So PJ, what is your name? Like, what is your real name? I don't think I've ever seen you before. So we got Destiny Bound, which is a regular. We have Spell Madam, which is Diane, is a regular. We have 4735 CW, which is Anne, and is a regular. Um, PJ, did you find me through notification? How did you find me? So I'll start then. Imposter syndrome to me means that um, I'm thinking somebody is going to think or say, who do I think I am for talking about a certain topic or calling myself a particular title? Like, I'm a freelance writer. So who am I to say um, that I'm a freelance writer? Like, how can I prove it? And or if you call yourself an expert at anything. But I really feel like that just holds you back. That's just another excuse for not doing something. And in most cases, you know, people are not signing up for necessarily what you're saying. They're signing up for who you are authentically. So I have to remind myself of that. Like, what is my intent when I put out content? Am I putting out content to be of value? If I am putting out content to be of value, then I'm never, never an imposter. Hey, Joanne from Michigan. All right. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. I am loving the fact that we got two new names in here. I'm really interested in how you found us. Is it like showing up on YouTube somewhere? Let's see. I'm loving this. I'm hoping so. Every Sunday we come live 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, trusting your process, and we really talk about hopefully things that really matter to each of us that we are working on and that we can work through. You'll know who've been with me throughout my channel. My channel originally started from me just kind of unearthing myself and getting back out here in the world. I did it with van life, but the overall goal was really to document my process and to really just believe in my process and to promote that your process is different from my process, but it is still your process, so embrace it. Um, so yeah, so the topic today is imposter syndrome, and I would love to read and discuss how that shows up in your life. If it does, how do you get over it? Has it stopped you in any way? So Anne says, I originally bumped into your blog through van life, right, to van living search. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of people from that. I guess just say that time in my life, and especially because of being in connection with Crystal Banner, selling her my van, and um, The only thing I can say about that is one, I will not live in a van again. Two, it taught me that I still want to have my trailer and be location independent. I love the minimalist lifestyle. I love to use and have what I need and not necessarily in excess. So van life really taught me a lot. Like I really today I was just thinking about that, how important it is. When I was dabbling, I call it dabbling because I really don't think I did a whole lot in van life, but I did enough to teach me um, just the importance of having running water. Like we take little things for granted. I mean, just to be able to have running water is amazing. It teaches me to turn off the water and not just let it run. When I was in the band, I had to really conserve my water. Um, how to shower and not shower as often as you think you should when you're living in stick and brick. I learned in the van it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary to shower every single day. You could clean your body and keep yourself fresh without being submerged in a bathtub or in the shower. So I love the lessons that I learned from van life. I truly did benefit from that time, that little short stint of my version of van life. Which, it, I mean, I didn't go far with it, but I went farther enough to teach me the lessons that I have, and to also teach me that I want to be in my trailer. Oh, Joanne says she's been watching me since last year. Well, thank you. I love the fact that, I'm loving the fact that I'm getting names now attached to the people that I've been talking to. So what about the topic, imposter syndrome? Has anybody ever dealt with that? Um, have you? Do you allow it to get to you? My thing is, I'm working towards not allowing it to get to me so much. So we had our words too. Remember, we had our words for what is your word for 2021? Joanne, what is your word for 2021 if you have a word? My words are show up for 2021. This is another reason why. Oh, Diane said, can I define imposter syndrome? Well, for me, imposter syndrome is the fear that someone is going to think that I'm not truly who I say I am. So for me, it's so if I call myself a freelance writer, you might think, or I might think that you are going to say, what makes you a freelance writer? What makes you, you know, what gives you the authority to say certain things? That's what imposter syndrome means to me. So for me, it shows up as a fear or anxiety when I go to write certain things, or if I call myself a writer, but what have you? The first thing somebody says is, what have you written? Do you have a book out? Does that make me a writer if I have a book, or does it not make me a writer if I don't have a book? That's what I mean by imposter syndrome. Did that help, Diane? Did that clear it up for you? If you want the actual meaning of it, I can look it up. Hold on. Here you go. So let me see. Let me know if you can still see me. Imposter syndrome. Definition. Oh, there's even a TED talk about it. So, imposter syndrome can be defined as a collection of feelings of inadequacy that persist despite evidence of success. Imposters suffer from chronic self doubt and a sense of intellectual fraudulence that override any feelings of success or internal proof of their competence. Okay, so that was the meaning. That was the official meaning of it. Feelings of inadequacy that persist despite evidence of success. Imposters suffer from chronic self-doubt and a sense of intellectual fraudulence that override any feelings of success or external proof of their competence. This one says, how do you know if you have imposter syndrome? You experience extreme lack of self-confidence, feeling of inadequacy, constant comparison to others, anxiety, self-doubt, distrust in one's own intuition and capabilities, negative self-talk, and dwelling on the past. This one says, what causes it? Um, it says stereotypes and things like that. Let me see how to fix it. Oh, there's a lot of information. How to fix imposter syndrome. It says the only way to stop feeling like an imposter is to stop thinking like an imposter. Break the silence, which we're doing here today. Separate the feelings from fact. So basically, am I dealing in fact or am I dealing in fiction? Recognize when you feel this way. Develop a healthy response to failure and mistakes, and develop a new script. Visualize success. Hey, Ava, how you doing, girl? That's interesting. That is interesting. I wonder. I wondered. I thought about it once I came up with the topic. I was like, I wonder if you automatically assume that everybody knows about whatever, but I can clearly see that it's not. For example, a good example, Ava, would be, um, do you ever feel when you do your tarot readings? Do you ever feel hesitant or have self doubt around your gift of doing your tarot readings? So that would be like an example. Like if you say, um, if you feel like somebody might feel like you're not qualified, or that would stop you from moving forward with your craft and your skill. So Ava said, absolutely, especially in the beginning. Okay, okay, yeah. And I really think being new to anything, I think imposter syndrome is greater, because you don't have that as much confidence in your abilities. You don't have as much experience. So you automatically are going to wonder, what if somebody might say this or say that? But what I'm learning, and I think what comes with age and wisdom, is that you got to put yourself out there anyway, because in a year from now, I'm going to feel differently and I'm going to still deal with something new because I'm always learning something new. So to me, the best way around it is to push past it and just to do it anyway. And so Ava says, right, but that's the thing. I never stop moving forward and believing in the gifts and talent. That's right. That's right. Yes, yes. You have to put yourself out there and do it anyway. And to me, this is a way to do that. Like I show up for trusting your process because trusting your process is me literally mapping through and working through my insecurities and fears and anxieties. And hopefully, I come to my counsel. And in my opinion, you guys are my counsel to help me work through that. So Anne says, I often felt like an imposter when I taught industrial arts. I was in a building away from the rest of the campus, very little training with teachers like me. Oh, awesome. That's right. That's right. I love it. That's right. She got around it by working hard. That's right. And to me, trigger word for hard, hard to me means not possible. So I replace that word with consistent. So I have to show up and be consistent at my craft, which is writing, which is web development, and do my work. So therefore, I gain my confidence in, um, and then no one can take that away from me. So yeah, I'm glad this is awesome. I feel those insecurities and anxieties every day. And like I tell you, even when I sign on here, as much as we talk and I've talked with you guys, I still feel anxious because I feel it's just old habit. It's this old habit. What if they don't like the topic, or what if the conversation is not a good one, or what if this or what if that? But I can't control it. I have to learn that I cannot control it. And guess what? It's okay not to be in control of this, of the outcome. So let me see what Ava says. Yes. For me, Ava, the coming up and working hard meant it was too hard to do. So I learned that if I change that word, hard really means if somebody says I'm working hard at it, they means that they're consistently working at it and they're not quitting. So that means that I can do. So Anne said, would have loved to have the internet back then. It would have given me lots of good ideas. True, true. I believe in starting a channel on industrial art, and do it now. Why not do that? You have especially if you still have a love for that and you like it, go for it. Ava says, I'm a writer and have been all my life. When I started my blog, I quickly learned that I write for me. That is interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if I write for me. I guess I do write for me, but I write for me, but I also write with that voice in my head of what others will think. But I am writing to myself, if that makes sense. The lessons that I'm learning, I'm really learning them as I go and I'm writing about them. Ava also says, and if others enjoy my work, then that's good too. And you know what? To me, that's the best attitude to have, Ava, because I believe we attract the tribe. I attract who is truly resonates with me. So if I authentically be me, then my people will show up. And so Joanne says, my word for 2021 is self care. I love it. I love it. So let me write that down for Joanne. Joanne's word is self care. How does that how does that resonate for you, Joanne? Like, what does that mean? Self care. What does that mean for you? Because that's such a self care for me is to honor my voice, is to be okay with where I am in my life, um, is to take care of myself mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. What does that mean to you? Ava says, I write about the things that are important to me, but I am never concerned with what others think. Oh, girl, I ain't got there yet. That is whew, that is the lesson. As old as I am, you would think I would have learned that lesson by now, but I still feel like that's a part of what I struggle with. So Destiny Bound Karen, right? Wait, hold on. Karen, yep, got it right. Said, yes, I was thrown into my current job the day I went back to work after being off for 2 months in 2019. No experience, but put on my big girl pants and just did it. That's right. I think we do we we do more than we give ourselves credit for. Um, so that's awesome. Ava says, Joanne, I like that word. I like that word also, self care. Karen says, finally take a formal class starting tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. That is awesome. Diane says, what others think about me is none of my business. Love that saying. I repeat it as needed. Diane, I think wasn't it Louise Hayes who said that? I love that. What others think about me, or others people's opinion is none of my business. I need to say that more often. That should be my mantra every time I. every day. Ava says, I didn't get there overnight. It took a lot of soul work, working even in the dark areas, working even in the, I love that. Wait a minute, I got to work that. You know, I'm a wordsmith, so I have to write down things. Working even in the dark areas. I love that. So that reminds me of in my book that I've never put out. We're not even going there. I use the analogy of cleaning out my closet as working that dark area, like that area where it's so fearful, but it's I know it's in that closet because I put it in there. You know what I mean? So why am I so afraid to work on those in those dark areas? So I use it like that analogy of cleaning out my closet. And once you just open that door and get you start with that sweater and then you fold the pants and then you get going and you get deeper and deeper and the next thing you know that closet is nice and neat and tidy, but it doesn't always stay that way. So that work is continuous. So, Karen, are you saying you love the phrase that Ava said, working even in the dark areas? I love that. Once I got comfortable with the dark areas, Ava continues, I no longer worried about what others thought. You have to get comfortable with the dark areas. That's trusting your process, right? That is, being comfortable with the dark areas to me means that I'm comfortable with my faults. I'm comfortable with all of me and I can accept it. And if I can accept it, I don't care what you think. That is deep. Girl, we need a blog post. You need to write a blog post about working in the dark areas. Ava said, yes, it's necessary to work on those areas. Clean that closet out. That's right. What's up? So you made it. I see you made it. I was wondering what your post was when you said that you sorry you missed us. I was like, wait, that's today. Let's see. Hold on. Holla, holla, holla. Sonia. Right. What's up, Sonia? Good. Good. Okay. I challenge you. I challenge you. We're going to be each other's accountability on how often we write on our blog because consistent content is key. Karen says, I'm extremely uncomfortable speaking in public, but I can give a hell of a speech. That's usually the case. That is so usually the case. It's the ones that are afraid that are the best speakers. You're like, but listen, if you don't push past that, no one will ever know that you can give a hell of a speech. And says, I'm retired and now have a 12-foot by 16-foot workshop in my backyard. I watch lots of YouTubers who build things. C. Jane Drill is a good one. Okay. Hey, so Ann, have you ever thought about having your own, since you have the workspace already, you ever thought about like a channel on showing how to do the things that you do? I would stay tuned. I love DIY stuff. Okay, so and you can teach in front of middle school kids, but you can't teach in front of adults. Okay, so when you have the camera up, pretend like you're talking to the middle schoolers. It's 8 degrees where you are, Sonia. 8 degrees. Ooh, girl. My daughter said something so funny. She said one of the um one of the people was talking about how cold it was out where they were at, that their breast milk froze up. Yeah, that's cold. So Ava says, I love DIY. Also, I built my own queen size headboard from yeah, YouTube and Pinterest. If I just kept YouTube and Pinterest, I would be happy. I don't even have cable because I can. I have YouTube, Pinterest, and Netflix. I'm good. Oh, so son, you're in Ohio. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I said that to Eve. I said, "Dag, if your milk froze up, that's cold." When I heard that, I said, "Okay, that's cold." So, Sonia, we're talking about imposter syndrome. First question: do you know what it is? Second question: do you suffer from it? I'm interested, especially because you have a channel, Sonia, and you come on. And I know your answer because I was listening to you talk about what's the point of worrying. So I know you don't worry about anything at all, Sonia. Like nothing. That's a question for Sonia. Can y'all hear the music in the background? Benny and the Jets. This says my age. I love this song. All right, let's put out dot 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 to make sure y'all can hear me. We still here? Well, we're already 31 minutes in. I love it. Time goes by so fast. Ava says, no, can't hear it, but love Benny and the Jets. Okay, yeah, Robin, have you seen him yet? Oh, you're so spaced out. Benny and the Jets. Oh, so real and so wonderful. Yep. You got electric boots. I'm a hustler. Oh, I don't even know if we're supposed to be singing that on this channel. I might have to. Hope I don't get like in trouble. That's right. That is a slave mentality. I agree with that. That's definitely a mentality that is doesn't serve me at all. Um, Anne said my imposter syndrome doubts come from how I was raised. I really think it's from for everybody, Anne. I really think that um, based on the support or lack of support that you received when you were coming up, I think it's either worse or worse if you didn't get that support. And I know I didn't. Right, and right. And so when I was coming up was children were seen and not heard. Do as I say do, not as I do, but as I say do. Hey, new day lady 60. Don't let a person with a negative thought take over the power of your self esteem. That's right. That is right. New day lady 60. What is your name? I want to be able to call you by your name if you care to share. Hey, Joyce. That's right. And we have come a long way. And remember my saying, you're never so low that you're lost forever, and you're never so high that you have nothing else to gain. So Ava said never, it didn't get much support, if any, while growing up, had to figure most things out for myself. That explains why you're so confident, Ava. You can see you have a confident spirit. Anne says my nieces are being raised as badasses, so I don't think they will have that problem. I agree. I can see that my grandbabies have a different environment that they're growing up in, and I'm a part of that. So their voice is important, and they know it. Sonia said, I always say If you change the way you, me think, you'll change the way you feel. Facts from living. I know that's right. I know that's right. Sonia, do you have a blog? I know you have a channel. I know you. I follow you on Instagram and I also follow your YouTube. But what about your blog? I think you should write. I'm gonna challenge you, like me and Ava. I'm challenging Ava on this blog post that Ava's about to put out. So what's going on with you, Joyce? How you doing? Do you ever worry about imposter syndrome? Let me see if I missed anybody. Karen, is it Karen? Let me see. Not Karen, not Karen, not Ann. You said you grew up on a farm. I always thought people that grew up on a farm have the best work ethic because I figure if you can survive the farm work, you can survive anything. Ava says, I have the blog already, just need to add a new piece. Have had my blog for several years now. Awesome. New Day Lady 60 says, my name is Joanne B. Kirk. All right, give it all to us. When I use my phone, it shows up with my full name, but when I use my tablet, it shows up with the names. So I'll be using my tablet. Got you. Okay. Thank you. So we got another Joanne in here. Um, let me see. New Day, New Day 60 is Joanne B. Kirk. Joy says, I'm good. Yes, definitely struggled with it, working that out, trying to be more authentic. That's right. Wow, LOL, Miss Pam, you giving me more work. Just kidding. Don't have a bit blog. However, maybe I'll try it. No, not try it. You gonna do it. Okay. Sonia, we gonna do the blog. Cause trust me, when you have a blog, you take your audience to your blog. You own it. When you're on YouTube and on Instagram, you don't own that audience. So we're gonna work on that one. Everybody need to have a blog. If 2020 taught me anything, it taught me that I need to start working for myself and start getting out content so that when 2022 roll around, Pam can call her own shots. So Sonia, if you need help, you let me know. So I mean, you literally, Sonia, let me tell you, the content that you put out on Instagram when you talked about don't worry and why tell me why not to worry. That's a blog post. You're gonna put that on a blog. Tell me why it's important not to worry. Tell me why you don't worry and how you give me permission not to worry. That's a blog post. That's content. That's building your brand and who you are. So we're gonna do that, girl, in 2021. Let me see something, Sonia. Your word is Sonia. Where you at? Sonia's word is do it. So guess what? You gonna do it, Sonia, on the blog post. Hey, Nettie. Simply Me Journey is here. What's up, Nettie? That's right, Ava. No, you can speak freely. You can be authentically you, and you know the people that show up are showing up for you. They're not showing up for anybody else. And when you gain those people, then you know who you are talking to. And it's nothing like being authentically yourself. Ava says, love being able to write about whatever I want. Will always have a blog. That's right. Sonia says, I'm right here. LOL, I'm going to do it. That's right. Boom. That's right. That's right. So that was another reason why when we did our words, I think it's so important to um, just kind of remind you of what you said, and hopefully you remind me of what I said. So the fact that I even show up every Sunday, because my issue was showing up. Like, I don't, ain't nobody gonna show up. No, nobody cares. No, I'm showing up. Even if I'm sitting here talking to myself, I'm gonna be showing up. I heard something that was so profound. I think it was my daughter was telling me about a story. She goes to the Y, and on one of the Peloton instructors talked about going to see what's that guy's name? Malone. He's a singer, rapper guy with the tats all on his face. If you know who I'm talking about, she says she remember he was the opening act for somebody else, and they were sitting in the audience. It was just like one or two of them, and he was singing as if he was singing to a sold out crowd. He was performing as if he was performing to a sold out crowd. And look at him now. Post Malone is his name. Right. Thank you, Ann. Yes. Post Malone. Look him up, Ava. Everybody has their different taste in music, but I like his story, and just the fact that he has such a different look than what you would think he would sound like. To me, it's just like, wow. Sonia, who's Gucci? What do you mean by Gucci? Ann says I only know because he was a nacho cheese commercial. All right. Yeah. Ann says I try things now, and if they don't work, I put it in the list as having tried. That builds confidence. That's true. We do so much. Um, we do so much thinking about, I guess, failing, or how is it going to turn out. We don't know until we try, and it's okay to try and go, okay, now I tried it, I don't like it. Joanne says, what about making this is the year that you will do one thing to the best of your ability? That's right. Hey, Colorado man. Woohoo. How you doing? Let's see. Sonia said, I thought that was the person tats on. Oh, gotcha. No, his name is Post Malone, and he has tats on his face and stuff. And nobody just didn't know he was as talented as he is. And the cool thing about it is he's doing what he wants to do. Um, and the people who like his music show up, and the people who don't. And that's cool. Colorado Mind says folks that are raised or work on farms or ranches are some of the most disciplined, truthful, and hardworking folks I know, and willing to give the shirts off their backs to complete strangers. I hear that. I think I was supposed to have been on a farm in another life. I'm gonna be honest with you, but my work ethic ain't there yet. I'm working on it. I think every child should be raised on a farm. I really do, because if you can come off that farm with that work ethic, you can do anything in the world. So we are 43 minutes in. I am so glad I showed up. I was a little nervous and anxious and worried. I think that I might even bring myself out of the house and do my lives in Panera here. This is not far from my house. Um, because I kind of like it. It just gives me new life to be able to come outside and see the sun and see other people. Working from home, you can just get so much cabin fever. You could just get like the walls start to come in. Anne asked, did anybody get their COVID vaccine the last couple of weeks? I didn't. My daughter got her second dose, and my sister got her second dose. They're still alive and kicking, but they're both in the medical field, so that's why they got that real fast. Sonia says farm life and working in the fields like Big gardening. Yep. Ava says it's about finding your audience. Not everyone will like what I write on my blog or trust my Torah readings, but that's okay. The people who resonate with me will find me, and vice versa. I agree. I agree 100%. And I really think it has a lot to do with, like you and I talked, Ava, about, to me, your Torah readings is really just me speaking to me, but you're allowing me to hear it coming from you because we can stand in our own way. That's how I view it. It's my higher self speaking, but sometimes I can be so distracted and in my own way that someone like you, Ava, can show me um, what I've been trying to hear or what the gods or universe is trying to show me anyway. So I value you. I appreciate you. Sonia says, "Non, sir, I'm not getting that shot. Sorry, don't come to me." You said about the vaccine. Ava says, "I'm waiting to get my vaccine. My oldest daughter is a nurse, so she's gotten hers." Yeah, you got mixed feelings about vaccine. I'm not a vaccine person before COVID. I'm not a vaccine person. But do not get it twisted. If I was in a third world country or if I was in an environment like a medical environment, I would get the vaccine because I would have to. But I'm not in that type of setting, so I'm not pressed for it. So yeah. But to each their own, you know. I thought it was nice that my daughter was so adamant about getting hers. I mean, she was confident and I was not even going to stop it. I was like, I hear that. I really think the confidence alone in something is half the battle. Ava says, yes, everyone has different feelings about the vaccine. It's about respecting each other and their decision. I agree. I agree. I mean, I think it like anything. Oh, somebody's driving by with one of those trailers, those Lance trailers that sit in the bed of the truck. All right, we had 47 minutes, almost 48 minutes. This is a great conversation. Anne said my mom should have gotten hers a few days ago. She's 82 in poor health, probably won't be able to keep her at home now. She says she doesn't have the years to waste anymore. Oh wow. I don't know. I think if I was 82 or I'm all for older people getting their vaccine. I am. I'm all for older people getting the vaccine if that can help them. Um, I'm even more for promoting a better lifestyle, eating right, getting out, promoting a healthy immune system. That's something that this country, you don't see that on the news. I think that should be a pandemic. People just, you know, eating better and doing better. That should be promoted. But then that's just my 2 cents. And says the problem with not taking the vaccine is that there will be more variants, which will mean more vaccines needed, more money needed. Sandra said, right, that's my vaccine. All right, life. I know that's right. Um, I wonder, they said the same thing about the flu vaccine. Some people are adamant about the flu vaccine. I'm not a vaccine person. And the last time I got the flu vaccine was I got sick. I mean, I got so sick that I was like, well, damn, I thought this was supposed to help me. So that's just my personal opinion. If I don't have to get it right now, I'm not going to get it. Um, if I was traveling, I believe in those vaccines. If you're traveling to other countries, so I really think it's a personal decision. So Nettie says, wait, I didn't lost what Nettie said. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, Nettie, it left. I was gonna say something. What I was gonna read it. What happened? Oh, yeah. See, in an environment like that, and I agree. I agree. When I used to be, I used to code in the hospital. I used to do medical coding and billing. In that environment, I got the vaccine. Oh, Nettie says she's not getting the vaccine. Okay. I think that Ava says, "Hey Pam, got to run. Got a reading for a client. Good seeing you, and let's talk soon." Okay, take care, Ava. Thank you for stopping by. I love it when you're here. We're about to wrap this up. So our conversation, I love how our conversation goes from one thing to the next. And I appreciate you ladies. And Colorado man, I appreciate you too, for being here and showing up and let's having a conversation. I love it. I love it. I call you guys my trustees, and I truly, truly look forward to hearing your input. We got 12 people on and 9 likes. I appreciate the love. Sonia says, let's all stay safe and positive. Positivity cures a lot and does, and doing those other things you mentioned, Miss Pam. Definitely, definitely. And Sonia, blog, do it, do it. Reach out to me if you need help. Trustinyourprocess at gmail.com. And then we can exchange numbers. We got this. So I'm about to wrap it up, you guys, because I want to honor your time. Let me see. Joanne says it's kind of like pantyhose. One size is not for all. That's for sure. And hey, some people don't even wear pantyhose. I mean, listen, I ain't wearing no pantyhose. Not here in Georgia. Ann says, try one thing this week you feel uncomfortable with. I feel like I do that every day, Ann, and that is what makes life beautiful. Definitely. Oh, girl. Okay, so that's a good question. So for one, you have to get your website. You get your domain name. So it could be simply natural blacklife.com, like we were telling Charlie when she was getting her domain name. And then once you get hosting, then you do a word blog. You do a WordPress blog. And there's so many videos out there on that. And like I said, if you need my help, let me know. We can work it together. And you just have a blog page. You have a blog and you write. Like literally, if you go to pammarie.com and click on the little thing in the top, it'll come down. You'll see blog. You'll get an idea of what I'm talking about. And I'm just starting. You look up a year from now, you'll have that monetized. You'll have affiliate links on it, and that becomes a stream of income for your vegan um, recommendations. So yeah, you got a blog. And then we'll work on an email list for you so that you can have people come over to your platform, and then you can send out emails to them to let them know when a blog post goes up, when a new video goes up. So let me know, Sonia. Setting up a blog like a great topic for next week. Yeah, definitely. I'm still trying to figure out the whole email thing and getting you guys on an email list. So I'm still working on that, but this is the next best thing for right now. All right, so we are about to wrap this up. I love you guys. Remember who love you. And until next time,